Good morning. It's Wednesday. Here we go, halfway through. What is it that Deirdre calls it? Hump day. It's happy hump day. Halfway through the week. Headed down the other side. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't really have a work week like I used to. So I don't notice it as much as I used to. I remember those days when hump day was so important. It was like, oh, I'm halfway there. I can make it. So for those who are still in that world, today is that day. It's the halfway marker. And I am caving today. So that's what it's all going to be about. I've been noticing a lot of that with a lot of people. So we're going to talk a lot about caving and what caving means. Caving is a word of my own. I created it. Hi, Angel. How are you this morning? Come on in. Let's talk a little bit. Oh, speaking of caving, the cave cat has arrived. Hello, Juliet. She's 20 pounds. When she hits my chair, it's like a ton of bricks. Hi, baby girl. She's a sweetheart. She's come to support us today. Good morning, Carol. How are you? How are you? I'm awake. I'm smiling. I actually don't feel too tired today, which is amazing because yesterday I was exhausted all day. So today I'm like, oh, she's alive again. The skies are blue, blue, blue today here. Sun is shining. It's cold. It's a fairly cold day, but it's going to get up to mid-50s, so I can deal with that. It sounds like a day to get out and take a nice long walk as soon as I'm done here. Really long walk. Maybe go see the cabin out back. I like to walk all the way out there, take the dog and just walk him all the way out there. Be about a 4-mile hike all together. I think I could do that. I know I could. That's whether or not I can handle him for 4 miles. He can be a real pain. Good morning, Charlie. I see you. Good morning, Wendy. Come on in. Come on in. What are you guys up to today? I hope that you're getting this bright sunshine too. Some warmer weather. It's really beautiful outside today. It was cold last night when I woke up. It was like 36, but it's going to get a lot warmer. So good morning, Wendy. How are you? Good afternoon, Wendy. How are you? All these different time zones. My word today is caving. See if you guys can guess what caving is. And I was thinking it'd be fun, Wendy. You can do some ing words. Caving. I made it up myself. I don't know if it's actually a word. There are days when my egoic self, when a big part of me, I don't know if it's always ego. I think that sometimes it's the higher self doing the caving part, encouraging the caving. Thank you for sharing, Carol. So, hold on. Phone calls trying to come in. Your last shift at work and then you're off. Wow, 4 days. That's awesome. Awesome, Wendy. Perfect. Caving to me is there. I have days when I really want to climb into a cave. When I've really just kind of had it. When humanity has been too intense and I'm really ready for just some downtime. I want to go hide someplace. So, good morning, Jennifer. How are you? Angel, fantastic sunshine. Good, good, good. We are too. Blue, blue skies. Oh, it's beautiful out this morning. So I've been opening up all the curtains and allowing that sun to shine in. I need that vitamin D so desperately. So I wonder how many of you are feeling a strong urge to cave. This urge to cave comes, I believe, not just from, oh, you got heavy rain, sorry. Wendy, so I'm talking to. We had heavy rain. The last couple of days has been rain, so I feel for you, but it's springtime. That's what happens. It's got to grow those flowers, right? Caving is, even when I have really good friends, soul family, I love my soul family so much, I can have this part of me that wants to just hide. I don't even want to, I don't seem to have the, I would like to say, well, I would normally say that I'm just exhausted with humanity and I want to go hide someplace. It's my introverting is another word, but it's more than that right now. This morning, and I need to know how many of you experience this kind of thing too, because it's very strange. I do feel like we are really working 24/7 and we are expanding and growing in beautiful ways when we're sleeping. All right, miss, if you're going to be there, you got to be still. You're kind of moving me around. As I was laying there, now I've had this experience before and we've talked about it. Hi, Robert Dosa. Good morning. What else do I see? I think I said hi to everyone. downloads. We're getting these upgrades, downloads, expansion packs. It's like being a video game. And what are you going to get now? I'm going to get an expansion pack. So that's what it felt like last night. So I've had that happen for a couple of years now in the heart area. Heart, solar plexus, I'll feel as if somebody's just in there blowing up a balloon, or even laying on my chest as I'm sleeping. I suddenly feel something going on. It's like something comes in and just kind of rests there. And it's not painful, and it's just a little bit odd. And at first I thought, am I having a heart attack, or what's going on? And I would breathe, and I'd feel my pulse, and I'm like, no, I think everything's okay. Systems are all working properly. So I learned to relax into it. Well, today, while I'm laying there sleeping this morning early, I had the same thing going on here. So I'm having this expansion in my heart area, and I'm having this, it feels as if my third eye is being blown up, like something going, and it's expanding and taking up more space. So I wonder, hi Tammy, hi John, I wonder if any of you are having experiences like that, where you feel, maybe it's just because I feel everything. You know, maybe just I'm telling you it's going on because I feel it. I experience life in ways that other people don't sometimes, and I'm aware of that sometimes I'm just such a feeler. That's my strongest sense. So a strongest ability is being able to feel everything. I think that we're meant to be sleeping through these experiences too. It's like, just relax, it's fine. You know, it's like waking up in the middle of surgery. It's like, well, what's going on? Now go back to sleep. I almost hear my guides, the angels, going, no, it's okay, it's fine, just go back to sleep, just rest. We're just doing a little work here. Just go back and rest a little bit. So I'm wondering if you all are having, any of you are having experiences like that. Yes, I constantly receive updates on my operating system. Perfect, Robert, and you're experiencing it. See, I believe that all of humanity is going through these upgrades, these DNA advancements. Some of us seem to be going through it on a massive scale. Those of us that would call ourselves light workers, empaths, we are stepping out ahead of others. We are here to be the way showers, the ones that are saying, as the rest of the world starts to go through these experiences, we say, hey, it's okay, you're going to get through, you're going to get to the other side. I had some massive dreams last night too, and I feel like they're right on my peripheral, like trying to say, you remember that? We were also communicating with you last night. And I'm like, oh, I must have woken up too fast, because it's right there. Sorry, a low-flying plane. It's right there, but it's not quite coming to me yet, so I'll work on that. So what I would like to see, what I would like to know and have you guys talk to me about is your experiences in this ascension process. We continue to go through this huge ascension. Hold on for just a second, because my mouth has decided that it's offline. Bring it back. Okay, back online again. So, speaking of operating systems, all that upgrading seems to have done some rewiring, and I'm having to learn how to function and some new wiring systems. Something here. So, there is this process going on. They're trying to speak through me, and that's my problem. I'm not listening, I'm just blobbing ahead. They're like, slow down, plug in. Plug in. When you got all these upgrades going on, it can be really difficult on the physical body. It can be very difficult on the psyche. The psyche is having a hard time keeping up with all of the things that are going on. And I've been talking to a lot of people, and one big symptom has been, geez, we're just walking along talking, and we're like, oh, what was I talking about? Or you're talking and you can't quite come up with the right word. And it's a simple word. It's a word that should just be right here, and it's not there. And so there's this fear that then jumps in, like, what is wrong with me? You know, is it dementia? What's going on? Why can't I think of that word? There is so much going on inside of us right now. Please step out of fear. Please step out of fear. The angels are really pushing at that message this morning, and it's coming through strongly in my... Something was happening with my throat last night too. Thank you. And there's a lot of burning right now. As I was trying to sleep, I kept coughing, or I kept being kind of uncomfortable in my throat. So this is a really big upgrade that we're coming into right now. And it is something that's very difficult on the physical body. And so if you're having these symptoms of like your throat feels kind of, agitated or like it's been working really hard. Your third eye feels like it's going through this huge stretching. Something's been working at it and working at it. Your heart is expanding. I often like to create a visual as if you've ever watched The Grinch, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies, both of them, the cartoon and then the one with Jim Carrey. The part where his heart grew, what, 4 sizes that day, something like that. I used to be able to read that story word for word. It was one of my favorite stories to read to the kids when I worked back in daycare. But his heart grew 4 times bigger that day, and that's how I feel like we're doing. My third eye grew 4 times bigger last night. My throat chakra is going through some work. This voice of the spirit, this allowing the channeling that comes through the vocal cords, that's changing too. And I would love for you all to tell me. I'm going to watch. I want to know what you're experiencing, because I'm not alone in this. We're all going through a huge expansion. And you may notice it through your emotions. You might notice it through different pains, different aches, more headaches, sore throats, body aches. You know, you're just feeling like you wake up going, oh gosh, nausea, vertigo, all of these things. We want to just say, well, maybe it's COVID, or maybe it's this, or maybe it's expansion. Maybe you are undergoing a huge growth spurt. And if you know your children, if you remember being a child, some of them, my youngest, my gosh, she goes to sleep and she wakes up an inch taller. She just keeps getting taller and taller and taller for a girl. She's this big around. She's as skinny as she can be. And she'll go to sleep and she'll wake up the next morning. She goes, I think I'm taller. And I measure and I'm like, sure enough, you grew an inch last night. I don't know how that happened, but you grew again. So that's kind of what we're all going through. And in that process, excuse me, and in that process, there's some side effects. This sense of discomfort in the throat, all of these things, growing pains. Stop looking at them as something scary or negative, and realize that you are going through something that the human body has never experienced before. You're making space so that your higher self can actually exist within you at all times. Not out there in the clouds someplace, but here. You're making a home. You're making a home for your true self. Hi, Charlie. So, who else do I see? Hi, Lauren. I keep trying to see what's popping in on me. Let me see what you guys have to say. Mouth being disconnected, interesting approach. Soft line, Robert. See, Steve was an IT specialist, not me. But sometimes when he's working, he and I are so closely connected all the time that sometimes the verbiage that comes out in computer terminology. So just deal with me. Charlie, always getting messages. Yeah, Steve with me always. You're exactly right. John, exactly right. He's very, very present today. Thank you for reminding me of that. Hi, Melanie. Jennifer, so many downloads in my ears. Yeah, my higher light flowing in. Hold on for a second. Jeez, why do I keep trying to do this? My eyes are not online, and then his glasses are very dirty. So many downloads in my ear. My higher light flowing in. My DNA shifted. Felt very lightheaded. Exactly what I'm talking about, Jennifer. It's like this is different for us. Hold on. I'm going to keep talking while I clean my glasses. Let me see how multi-talented I am. I'm not very, I can tell you. Don't give me gum and expect me to chew or walk at the same time. So, you see how well that went, right? So, we are going through this, and whether we want to, we have 2 choices. We either just relax into it and realize that we're going through a big change. We freak out like most of humanity. Most of humanity is having a total freak out. They don't understand what's going on with them. They're tired, they're achy, they're hurting, they're confused, their mouths aren't working right. Their memory is weird, they're dizzy, they're sick. I remember me before I started to wake up and realize what was really going on. I went from one doctor to the next. And they're like, well, sorry, we can't find anything wrong. And I'm like, geez, why do I feel so horrible? Ascension. Of course, we still have to take care of our physical bodies, go to the doctor, get it checked out. You're having issues, heart palpitations. Wow, two or 3 nights ago, total heart palpitations again. Heart palpitations are definitely a sign of ascension. That can also be a sign of physical issues. So you don't want to ignore these different things that are these symptoms. You want to make sure you're getting checked out. But if they keep coming back and saying, no, there's nothing wrong, then just please know that it's not easy on the body to go through these big changes. And we talk about it all the time, but I think it's important to keep repeating that those, as we're going through this more and more. Look at that, I can actually see. Ooh, they're shiny. Let me see what else you guys got. Wendy, I've been connecting with Spirit more lately. My coworker's husband connects with me. He told me to tell her Caribbean Queen. I told her, and she said she was looking at her photos in the break room, in her break of when she went to the Caribbean. At that moment, her husband was with her. Very good, Wendy. That's beautiful. Vertigo, yes, vertigo's a big one. Jennifer, my throat and third eye and crown. Exactly. Yeah, there's just these weird sensations that are going on right now as where there's more chakras being activated. The chakras that we've got seem to be the main ones that we talk about all the time seem to be going through a huge expansion. It's a time to really spend a lot of time in nature, ground your energy a lot, take good care of yourself, salt baths if you can. What else? Drinking a lot of water. I have been drinking a lot of water. Can't get enough water lately. It seems like it's super important. And I've been really drawn to electrolyte water, trying to keep my electrolytes balanced too. What else? Let me listen for a second. Be careful with your diet. I think that I'm hearing a lot of people saying that they're having issues with their diet. We seem to be, and this is actually, I looked it up, and this is an ascension symptom, okay? Carrying a little bit of extra weight around the middle. For whatever reason, it seems to be part of the ascension. So I'm impatient with that too. Like, I don't like that extra weight. I don't want to carry it. So I can get really desperate. I can say, okay, I'm just not going to eat, or I'm not going to do this, or I'm not going to do that, or I'm going to exercise more. I can give myself a really hard time. I can look in the mirror and think, what in the world? Why are you doing this? Because for a long time I didn't have to deal with that. It is one of the ascension symptoms. So please know that if you're carrying a little more weight around the middle, it seems to be a part of this whole process that's going on. The body is having to work through a whole lot of change here. So have patience, that's all. Just have patience with your physical self. This is not easy for our physicality right now. Robert, my throat has been acting out. Yep. Angel, vertigo at times, describing everyday symptoms. Yes, you see a kitty. Yes, you do. She's right there. She looks fluffy. She looks weird today. What did you get out? Oh, we did flea treatment. Sorry. Yesterday. Hey, baby. Say hi. Oh, wrong way. There she is. That's my baby. She's irritated, and I can feel the energy coming off of her because Caleb is going away for a few days. He's not really going far. His family's coming to town, so we're babysitting his puppy. So we now have a 6-month-old puppy she's a little, looks like a little miniature lab. She's very tiny, but she's rambunctious. And Zachary has finally decided to stop barking at her nonstop, but now he's decided she's a wonderful play toy, and he chases her through the house along with the little 3-legged 5-pounder. There's a zoo going on in my house most of the time. Thank goodness right now. Shh, they're all sleeping. It's a little peace and quiet for a few minutes. But later on, it'll all get crazy, and they're here. This little girl of his is here through Sunday, probably till Monday. So chaos reigns at my house, and this cat is not happy. She is here to create a balance in my world. She came to help me to balance the energy in my home. And every time a new critter comes into the house, she's like, you just made my job harder. How can I do this? There's another one. So she's leaving. She doesn't want to be a part of the show anymore. So, yeah, I'm feeling it on her. What's up, Juliet? What are you doing? So she's staying close to me today. I think that's why. She's like, I'll just stay close to you. I'm not going anywhere near that little black doggy. So that's my world. It's chaos. Thank you, John. I like my new glasses, too. They still shine off of everything, and they distract me, but I'll put them on. Jennifer, I asked Archangel Metatron for more upgrades of higher light. He increased my light levels. Yay. We're like, so you and I, Jennifer, I get that off of you, is like, whatever it takes. Sometimes I'm like, I want whatever I can get, everything and all of it. I want my abilities to be enhanced. I want to be able to do everything I can do while I'm here on this planet. And so I'm like, oh, okay, bring it. I've been like that for at least the last 4 years. And sometimes I find that can be a little overwhelming. So I honor that in you, that you're willing to allow for just say, okay, Metatron, whatever it is, bring it. Because we get it sometimes there. She just wanted to sit in my lap like a baby. She's trying to balance my energy. She's like, okay, new dog in the house, Mom, I'm going to stay close. She's such a good baby. So I love that you're receiving that. Jennifer, that's beautiful. My wings are blossoming. You're exactly right. I don't know what's going on back there, but I sure know something's going on here today. Yes, yes. Up, Carol, I've gained 5 pounds in 2 weeks. Yeah, it is strange, isn't it? It's like no matter what we do, we can starve ourselves. I can go out and walk every day like I always do. I'm doing yoga, I'm doing everything, and it doesn't want to move. And typically, it's not that difficult. So you come to this point where you realize, okay, just relax. One of the problems is that we have the law of attraction, right? So if it's an ascension symptom that we put on a few extra pounds, we don't want to get crazy with it, but a few extra pounds is there whether we like it or not, and we can't seem to get rid of it. And then we get crazy. We're like, okay, well, what am I going to do? I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I'm going to do, and we get completely obsessive with trying to lose that weight. And what we're doing in that moment and all that time is obsessing over something that we don't want. We're attracting energy to it. We're attracting energy to that little extra spare tire around the middle, and it expands. It's like, guess what? Law of attraction. If you focus your energy on anything right now, you are so powerful. You are more powerful than you've ever been before. If you're trying to lose weight, you do not want to focus on losing weight. Do not focus on the weight if you're trying to lose it. You will gain it instead. You're actually drawing the energy of abundance. And abundance is weight gain. It's what you don't want. Remember what we talk about it all the time. Make sure that you're careful how you're focusing your energy. Because we are capable of drawing in what we don't want. We're really good at that. We've been doing that we've always done it that way. So make sure that you're like, take your attention away from it. If it's something that you feel is like, it upsets me and it pulls me into a negative, then take your attention away and look at anything else. You can focus on bird watching if you really love birds. You can focus on crystals. You can focus on anything that you really love. Anything that feels really good. Anything that pulls you into a higher vibration. And those things that pull you into a lower vibration, try not to focus on them, okay? So if your weight is something, if you look in the mirror and you go, wow, you look really good. You love the way you look in the mirror. Okay, you can focus on it. Focus on what you love. It's really important to focus on what you love right now. Digestive issues, yes, that's part of it too. I've noticed that too in the past couple of weeks. So, Melanie, I'm right there with you. She is a beautiful cat. She's my Shanna. Hi, I haven't seen you pop in with me in a long time. So happy to see you. I know we're on different time zones, so it can be difficult. So glad to see you. Shanna's like my daughter. I think Steve has kind of made it clear that she's my daughter. She's our daughter. He loves her. Let's see, Robert Dosa. You would love to gain a few pounds. I will send you a few. I'm sure there's a few other people here that will share. We'll share with you, Robert. Jennifer, I gain weight too, starting a fitness routine and yoga. It pushes us into that. I mean, realistically, it's been winter. It's been cold. We crave carbs in the winter time. What are you doing, miss? She's just being distracting. And there's that too. I know I get out a lot in the summertime, springtime. You accept donations, okay. Everyone that wants to help Robert out with a few pounds, he's accepting today. I'll send some right over. We're at 11. Yeah, it runs 10, 11. It just keeps on bouncing around, doesn't it? All right, you guys, I think I said hi to everyone. Charlie, mouth and throat. I had dental implants on Monday. Ouch. Dental. Ick. Sorry about that, Charlie. Sending you some healing energy. We're all still going through life, aren't we? Hi, Stefan. One more. Good morning. I love you, Shanna. Thank you for saying that. All right, you guys. So it's 10:34. So we're... Thank you, Rob, or Stefan. So we're at this place. I think it's really important, and I keep they're whispering the word tools, toolbox, toy box, toy box. That's what I was coming up with in the shower today. We often sit here and talk about different things, and today it's been all about ascension symptoms. I know we're all going through it. We all have ways that we deal with different things that are happening in our world, right? We have, we've created a toolbox. For the past 4 years, I've been creating a series of a whole list of tools that help to get through ascension, that help us to get through these big expansions that we're going through. So I want to start focusing the toy box. We've been at the playground for a year now. I really want to focus on that toy box, those things that we put in that toy box that are absolute treasures that help us get through life from one day to the next. And we often talk about self-love, and I always start with self-love, and the angels always start with self-love. Biggest tool in your toolbox. It seems silly, doesn't it, to walk around saying I love you to yourself. It's the biggest tool there is, because we are surrounded by all kinds of people in our world, right? And for the most part, if we're careful about who we bring in, we've got so much love, and we're balancing that love in these soul family members. We give back and forth, and there's this beautiful exchange of energy. And we have other people that don't really know how to love us the way that we love them. And sometimes we can, if we don't hold that our own selves together, we don't look in the mirror and say, I love you, and I'm going to take good care of you today. And you don't have to worry, what are you doing? The cat is driving me crazy. Now she's in my plants. So today, the first tool in your toy box, you can start writing these down. Create yourself a toy box. The most important thing 4 years ago when I started really working on my own expansion was I really, really had to work on self-love. I really didn't love myself at all. And so we talk about that continuously, because we can sit there and, oh, I love that you're seeing orbs, Jennifer, beautiful. I want to get into that really cool stuff, the toys, the true toys, isn't it? But first, in order to receive, they need you to hear this again, okay? So it's going to come through. In order to really receive these expansions, in order to prepare yourself to receive and to expand your abilities, to become a better manifester, to have the ability to just know that you know what you want, and you focus your energy on it, and you create it through your imagination, through doodling, daydreaming, whatever it is that you're doing, in order to fully receive, to pull that energy in that you really, really long for, to really fully create what it is that you're wanting. You have to create through love. And if you're not truly loving yourself, you're going to create things that you don't really want. And as we come into a world of instant manifestation, imagine if you're walking around and you're in this space where you really don't like yourself, and you're going to instantly manifest some really horrible stuff for yourself. So they will continue to push that, and I will continue to push that. We have to. It is a daily act. You can't just say, well, I did that for a while. I put stickers on my mirror and I told myself I loved me for a month and I'm done with that lesson. It's daily. I still do it to myself. I still have days when I'm like, I don't want to be in front of people today. I don't feel good enough to do this today. I don't have anything to offer. I can do that. I still have that voice in my head sometimes that talks down. So it's a daily exercise to keep working because you're literally rewiring your brain. And that rewiring, thank you. They look like turquoise, but they are, what are they? I know what they are, but see, I just went blank again. They're not actually turquoise though. But thank you, Wendy. It'll come to me in a minute and I'll let you know. So daily going back to that exercise of self-love, because that love is what, without it, we're not able to fully give to others. We're not able to really reflect that love back to them. And without it, we're not fully receiving. We're not able to fully receive. We don't allow ourselves. With that love comes the ability to receive. And in the ability to receive, you receive greater downloads and your abilities expand. So a lot of people say, well, that's just silly, self-love, blah, blah, blah. No, it's so important. It's the key. It's the key that opens the door to everything that you're trying to receive right now. So, blue howlite, nope, it's not that. Not lapis lazuli, I don't think. Sorry. My daughter gave them to me. And I can't remember. I honestly can't right now. And I knew it an hour ago. So back to that. So then as we receive, self-love comes first. And then, Jennifer, I love that you said that you're seeing these colors. You're seeing the angels, the orbs, the colors of the orbs. So, thank you, Jennifer. Blue is a good color. So it's allowing ourselves to then look around and see what we got. What do you got? What are your toys? What are the toys that you're receiving? What are your gifts, your abilities? What are your abilities, and are they expanding? And are you noticing? Think back to a year ago, 2 years ago. Who were you 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago? What did you really want? What did you really want to do? And when you look at yourself 4 years ago, those things that you asked for, and then look again at yourself now, oh my gosh, my toy box is so full. I have so many toys to play with. And they're reminding us to please use your abilities as if they are toys. Don't take life so seriously. Okay, you've got these beautiful toys to play with. Your third eye is expanding. You're going into meditation. You're seeing things like you've never seen before. And you're opening up in the most beautiful ways. And you're feeling the heat in your hands, that healing touch in your hands. Wow, how beautiful is that? Play with it. You're walking through a rock shop, and you're drawn to a certain, energetically, you're drawn to this rock or that rock. Aquamarine, I don't think sapphire, no. I'll post it later. So, does moonstone come in blue? Because I keep getting moonstone in my head. So please look that up or let me know if you know. Robert, you're pretty good at that stuff. She knows how much I love moonstones. So you are feeling all this energy in your hands. You want to go through and you want to pick up those different rocks. You want to go and start playing with, ooh, I don't know, Monica. Monica Venator Gemstone. So, is that you, John? You pick them up and you hold them in your hand. We're going to let go of the earrings for a second because I keep getting distracted. You hold them, what do they feel like? When you're sitting there and you're meditating and you push your energy, yeah, whatever. Anyway, what did I just say? Start playing with your abilities in your hands. You push your energy. You're sitting there and you're really meditating and you're feeling the energy moving through your body, and you push it out through your arms and into your hands. And you envision this fire that comes up in the centers of your hands, and you can feel the heat. And you're like, wow, that's cool. The angels this morning, that's the biggest thing, is that this toy box thing that they keep pushing at me is to please play. Please play with these abilities. Don't just think, oh, it's just coming in and I'm just going to suddenly be able to, shoot light beams out my eyeballs or something like that. How do children learn the best? They learn through play. They learn through play. So if you think about, you are a child, truly. All of us inside are still children. And as we begin to go back into that childlike faith, that then the abilities really expand because we're acting like a child and it becomes a toy. And so when you were small, I realized the other day too that when I was small, I was talking to spirit. I was playing with spirit. I was seeing spirit. My third eye was active and I was seeing spirit. And as I grew older, I put it away. I was told I couldn't do it or it scared me or whatever, and I put it all away. And now as I come back into my childlike spirit, as I let my inner child come out to play, it becomes a game for me. I begin to go, okay, well, what if I can? John comes and he's like, can you see their aura? And I'm like, no, I can't see auras. And then I'm like, well, what if I could? Let me try. Oh, yep, I see it. You know, like, why do we walk around all the time saying what we can't do? Somebody else can do it, but I can't. That's baloney. They can do it, so you can. We are all connected. If someone plays the piano perfectly, you can too, because we're connected. I know it sounds crazy, but we are connected. Why do you think some kids walk in and they're like, sit down, and they know how to tap into something inside of these little kids is so aware of universal knowledge, and they just tap in. And they believe. They don't. Nothing tells them to doubt it, so they just do it. So your abilities are like that too. Nobody's told you. If you go back to that place in your life before somebody told you not to do things. Hello. If you would lose some of that belly fat, you'd be able to do that easier. Sorry. She has gotten so big. So can you be like the child again? Can you allow yourself to go into that child like today? To be the child with the toy box. To sit down with a notepad and a paper. And what is it that you used to do when you were little? What did I used to do when I was little? I had imaginary friends. And we played. And my abilities were right there. I didn't have to work. They were just right there. And it wasn't like I was walking around going, well, look what I could do. It was just like, wow, that's cool. It's like you just expected it. You just did it. Because it was an innate part of you, like breathing. You just did it. Of course, you were laying there, you look at babies and they're seeing angels. You look at them or loved ones right over their heads. They're just like, their eyes are tracking it. They can see it and they're talking to it and they're smiling, and you know they're seeing something. You're like, what are you looking at? They see spirit. So did you. Hi, Rudolph. Sorry, I need to put those glasses back on. Moonstone is a perfect crystal for females, but when worn by males, it helps them understand females better. Okay, so that's the perfect stone for all of us then, Robert. Because I know how difficult it is for males to understand females. It is equally as difficult for females to understand males. That's the truth. Sometimes I just go, I don't get it. I just don't get it. Help me, please. So if you've got a stone that will help me to understand males, please let me know. I will wear it often. Shanna, intention is so important. Thank you for that, Shanna. They were whispering in your ear. Was that Steve? Because that was one of my words this morning, intention. What is your intention? What are you focusing on? What are you setting your intention on? It's a very, very important. I'm so glad you're here this morning, because that was one of the things and I forgot. So I'm setting my intention on expanding my abilities. Which ability would you like to expand? Third eye. I want to see more. I want to see more. I want to be meditating, and I want to see Archangel Michael come right down at me again like he did once before. It was amazing. I was like, whoa, wow, wow, you're cool. I want to see more. I feel the angels. I feel my higher self. I feel everything. I would love to see more, which is more than likely why I was getting that big third eye expansion this morning. They're like, okay, ask, set your intention. Don't just sit there and expect that everything's going to happen. You know, it's just not going to just happen. We've shut ourselves down. Now we have to open ourselves back up. And in order to open ourselves back up, we have to ask. Just ask. Your angels and your guides are always waiting to help you. So just say, you know what? I would love, call Archangel Michael for protection. And just start asking whoever you feel drawn to. You know, your healers, your team. Say, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to start working on my healing hands. I'm ready to start working on my third eye so I can see more. I'm ready to start hearing. I want my, clairaudience. I want to hear more, because I have had that really click in before. So I would love to start. So as you're playing with these things, try to stay out of fear, because fear will hold you back. But try to be open like a child would. You've just received a new toy. Or a toy that you put. This is fun. Do you know how kids are? You'll buy them some toys, and if they got too many around them, they lose interest. So you take some of those toys and you hide them in a closet for a while. And one day they open up that closet and they're like, oh my gosh, and you give it back to them. They're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever had. because because they took a break from it for a while, and all of a sudden it was something really special, and they found even more interest in it this time than they did the last time. That's us too. So we've taken our gifts and we put them on a shelf someplace. Imagine a toy store. You've taken all of your gifts and you've put them back up on the shelf. Now just see yourself walking through the toy store. What would you like to pull back out? What would you like to use? What would you like to play with today? This toy store, there's no rules here. No, don't touch that. Nothing costs too much. There's no cost to anything. It's all free. This is my toy store. I rule it. And I invite all of you in. Let's do that. I invite all of you into the toy store with me. And you can pick and choose whatever you'd like today. We're going to set our intention on receiving and opening up our abilities. How about that? So, full moon. Robert is excellent if you guys are talking about crystals. He's very good at crystals. He needs to be teaching a class on crystals. Carol, unfortunately, we teach children to label everything they experience exactly. I just really dislike labels. I'm right there with you on that, Carol. I dislike labels. If we just throw it all down and just say it's just something to play with, we don't need to put a label on it. I've said that before. A little bitty one is out with you. You're carrying them through your yard, and all of a sudden they see a bird, and you're like, oh, their little eyes. The first time they ever saw it, and their little eyes light up, and they're like, wow, magical creature. They're like, that is the most magical thing I've ever seen. And what do? We point at it, and we go, bird, and the magic goes away. Then they're like, oh, it's already been discovered. It's not magical after all. It's just a bird. Let go of the titles. Let go of go back into this toy store with me with childlike wonder. You have things that you've been wanting to do. You have these abilities that you would love to expand. Sometimes I'll do card readings, and if I think too much about the card readings, it throws me off. If I allow my ego to come in, my ego will say, well, maybe this isn't true, or maybe that's not true, or whatever. If that doesn't work, it doesn't work. It shuts me down. And I've been doing that for a long time. But if I just pull out those cards and I just allow myself, without thinking, allow myself to be drawn, call in the angels and let them just draw me to whatever card that person needs. And as I go to that card, I still allow myself to be open. And I just let the message flow without trying to stop it, without thinking about it. No thoughts, because the thoughts always mess us up. Just open. Just open like a child. Childlike faith. Childlike playfulness. Bring back your play. Because that's where your magic is. I always love it when they do that message. So let's go back into that toy store, okay? So you're going to get your feet grounded. I love how interactive you guys are being. Crystal Man, Robert Dosa. Yay. You do need, there is Jennifer too, all of you guys that have these abilities, talk to me. I'm trying to start a magical school that's all like Harry Potter land. You got magical things that you want to teach, you just let me know and we'll start putting them in the school. You can teach. I would love for you to teach. Big energy blast right there. Sorry, I was taking that in. Okay. Oh, I love this. You guys have got things going on in the chat room. That's so beautiful. I love it when partnerships are made and created. Okay, so look at how pretty she is. She wants to go to the toy store. Hi, baby girl. All right, so take a big breath. Get your feet grounded. See your roots coming out through the centers of your feet again. See them coming out so you can ground your energy. Tell your body to ground. Just imagine yourself grounding to the earth. Letting that beautiful earth energy come up through your feet, through those roots. There they go. Sorry. It's time for the dogs to awaken. Just try to ignore them. So as you're drawing that energy in, all the way up your spine, feel it just opening up those chakras. Come starting at your root. And up into your sacral. Solar plexus. Keep breathing it up. Into your heart. Into your throat. Pull hard up through that throat. Up into your third eye. And right out through your crown. Just get all of it spinning. Just breathe really deeply and see it. Just the fans go. They're just like, okay, here we go. Little helicopters inside of you. Keep breathing nice and easy. And we're going to all envision ourselves. So Archangel Michael, please come in. I know you're already here. I know. And please go to each one that's watching this now or in the future. Please wrap them in a beautiful bubble of protection. Keep them perfectly safe. Take that protection out through their homes, through everyone in their homes, through their pets. Every object, clearing every object of any negativity. Nice. And in this safe space, I'd love for you to call in your higher self. Diana loves to come play. She's all about working with the children. So come on and join me. It's perfectly safe. It's going to be fun. We're going to the toy store together today. It's a field trip. So as we step in that beautiful higher self, you can imagine yourself as a small child. The little cutie pies. You're all so sweet. And so as you come to join me as a child today, we're opening up the doors wide. There's big double doors, and as those doors open up wide, we walk into this beautiful toy store. There's toys. I see like FAO Schwartz. I'm seeing something big like New York City. Toys everywhere. And each one of those toys is a gift. Imagine that those bouncing balls are energy balls. And that kaleidoscope helps you to see the world through the lens of love. It changes your vision, raises your vibration. Maybe helps you to see through that third eye a little better. Oh, I see some little telescopes too, microscopes. All of these things, if you're working at seeing more through your third eye, I would love for you to go into the section of binoculars and microscopes and telescopes. What would you like to use? Pick out the one that feels right to you. Whatever it is, you're going to take it with you if that's what you want. If you're working on feeling more, then go to the areas where there's touchy-feely toys, soft things, stuffed animals, soft blankets, soft pillows. You know those furry pillows that have they're like animals and they feel soft like fur? You might pick out one of those. Maybe one that looks like a flying pig even. If you're trying to grow your wings today, maybe you want to go to the flying stuff. The little helicopters. And remember those balsa wood airplanes? I always loved those. So go to the flying things. You may want to pick up something from every section. Whatever area we've got things that'll help you to hear better. It's almost like I see this cup thing that goes out. You put it up to your ear and you can hear things from a long ways. Oh, I know. There's a good one. Do you remember how we used to take cans or cups, Dixie cups, and we would put a string through on each end, and we would run the string from one to the other. We would listen, and one would talk in it, the other one would be listening. It'll help you to hear more. So you can buy a kit to make that too if you like. And it's free, so I say buy, but don't worry about how much it costs. We're giving it all away today. Keep on going through. See what it is in your third eye right now. What is it that you need? What is it that you want to work with, to play with today? So just go through the store, seeing all the toys. What are you drawn to? And whatever it is, you might be filling up a cart. You can take as much as you like. There's no limits here. We are completely unlimited. Just take it all if you want. Balloons to help you fly. butterfly wings. Whatever it is, just keep on shopping. And as you lift it up and you hold on to it, what is it trying to tell you? What are you seeing? You're sitting there looking at something right now. Imagine. Use your imagination. Guess what? You're using your third eye. What are you imagining? See it as clearly as you can. Just hold it in your hands. Look at every little detail. I'm holding a stuffed animal. And I'm looking at all the details of the stuffed animal, and it is the cutest little pink flying pig. It's got white wings on its back. Soft, it's got a big belly, and a big smile on its face. What are you looking at? Can you remember the details? Don't forget, there's something in this for you. It's important. It may be just the sight, just seeing, using that imagination that's the most important part for you. And some of you are just playing with everything, Charlie. You're just playing, aren't you? I know you're playing. Go ahead, have some fun for a few minutes. Choose a buddy. We're all here together to support each other. If anything feels icky, you just call in a friend. Call in an angel. Whatever you want to do. Whatever, however it feels to you. Clear it. You're powerful. As I go through this store and I touch things, I set my intention on clearing the negative energy that's all around me. Do that in your home. Practice. Intention is everything, right, Shanna? It's setting your intention and then believing that you actually did it. You may not see the results yet of what you're doing, but you're doing it anyway. Have faith. Believe. What color is it that you're holding? Is the object that you're holding on to, if you can't quite figure out why you're holding it, is it a certain color? It may be that that's the chakra that you're going to be working with more fully, or the part of you that needs some clearing. So remember all these little details. I see someone with a cap, it's got the little goggles, like you're going to fly a plane. Those old, yeah, it's got those wings with the two, or the airplanes with the double, what do they call those? Biplanes. I see someone with a biplane. Cool, you're ready to fly. So much love. So the angels are here. As you're sitting here and you're relaxing, you're going through this beautiful toy store and you're enjoying all the toys. The angels are working. Archangel Raphael has been coming in, knocking. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So bringing this beautiful healing energy to your physical body, helping you to adjust to these new energies. Archangel Raphael, we ask that you would help with these ascension symptoms, that for those who are feeling vertigo and headaches and confusion and memory loss and fatigue, earaches, throat pain, muscle aches, whatever it is that we're experiencing as we go through these upgrades, we ask for some healing energy to go through to help take away the discomforts. Yeshua, Jesus comes, knocks on the door, and I say, yeah, feel that energy come in. He loves the toy store. I saw him pick up a hula hoop. Imagine Jesus using a hula hoop. He loves playtime. Come to me as little children. You're coming to the healer, the creator. All that beautiful energy is little children. Just be a child. Just play today. Receiving healing energy. Clearing out all those cobwebs. Go into yourself. Look within. Do you have all your Is everything just stored away, getting dusty? Or are you ready to pull it back off the shelf? Taking away all fear. What toys do you have stashed there? Have you stashed your little inner child there too? Is that little child covered in dust? Let her come out to play. Play today. They are really drumming it in. Lots of energy in the third eye, whoever's receiving. It's almost like a serious headache coming right into the third eye, but it doesn't feel negative at all. It just feels like work. Just work, clearing it away. Cleaning up the cobwebs. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Jesus, all the Ascended Masters, Kuan Yin, Metatron, Ariel. I love all these angels that pop up. Saint Germain, yay, I love it when Saint Germain comes in. Whoever's there for you, just receive. Just accept all these beautiful gifts that they're giving to you right now. All these toys, they're all yours. You get to take them all home with you. Yay! Take them all home. They're wrapping them all up now. Take a big breath. Pull it all into your heart. Enjoy it. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the time that you've got here in physical. Enjoy this, every single second of it. Stop working so hard. Play today. They just keep on pushing that. It's a very important message for you today. All right, so as we're coming back out of that toy store and you've just been loaded up full of new toys. Some of your toys are old toys you've just dusted off, whatever it might be. I want you to feel those roots coming back up through your feet. So feel your feet now. Physically feel your feet. Start moving your toes. And feel that energy come back up your legs. All the way up your spine to every cell of your body, lighting you up. Reminding you of who you are. Bright, shiny light. That's what you are. Asking Archangel Raphael to continue healing for anyone that needs it today. And Archangel Michael to continue to protect each one of us. Protect our homes and our loved ones. Our pets, our cars, our land. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, protection all around you now. And feel yourself come fully back into physical. Turning your light back a little bit. You can shine it as brightly as you like. You're in control of that. You're perfectly safe within your bubble. And one more big breath. Coming fully back in. Joining me back. Back in your home. Feeling rested. My little child is smiling. She's so happy. I see her standing there. She's like around 6 or 7 because she's missing her front teeth. She looks kind of funny. Little cutie pie. You guys are all such cutie pies. You're still in there. Your little child is still there, longing to come out and play today. So I hope that you'll feed that child. I hope that you'll have milk and cookies, rest time, whatever it is. Little children do not worry about what they look like in a bathing suit. They do not worry about paying bills. They do not worry about making sure that the house is spotless all the time, or all those things that we worry about. Give yourself time to be that again. Enjoy yourself today. I love you guys so much. You're so welcome, Charlie. You're welcome, Wendy. Please take good care. I'm glad that you, Robert and Jennifer, you worked something out to work together. I love that today. This is such a beautiful group. Let's see. Wendy saw a fire truck. Perfect. I had a toy cuddly penguin, an orange space opera, and 3D glasses, and a tea set. You came away with a whole load of stuff. Awesome, Wendy. Start spending time with each toy. Create yourself a toy box. Put those toys in there and get them out as often as you can find time. Even when you're at work, sometimes go, you know what? Nobody knows what's going on. I'm just waiting for a phone call. I'm going to go to my toy box and pull out a toy and play for a few minutes. Enjoy yourself. Even when we're working, we can find time to enjoy ourselves. Carol Ann, Palomino horse, a flying carpet, a telescope, a Dr. Kit, and art supplies. I love Palominos. Art supplies, Dr. Kit. I used to love that too. We're healers. This is reminding you of your healer and your flying carpet. Whoa, beautiful. The ability to fly. Palominos. Oh gosh, I love horses. Telescope. Helping with your third eye. Perfect. You got a whole bunch of art supplies. I love it. You guys, enjoy. You can do that at work, can't you, Wendy? Love and light to you too, Jennifer. I love you guys so much. I've run late again. Please take good care of yourselves. I will see you again tomorrow morning. Somewhere around 10 o'clock. Take good care. Bye. Thank you, Wendy.